Hey, Shelby, how are
I'm
you?
good. How are you?
I'm doing great. It is so nice to talk to you again.
I know. Is the weather nice? I'm coming home on Sunday.
Oh, well, it's like 50, so definitely nothing to complain about.
No, especially because it's like 25 here.
I was hearing you're supposed to get a lot of snow, aren't you?
Yeah, I hope I'm not
Oh,
trapped somewhere.
oh, yeah, me too. Yeah, we're not expecting any snow or anything, so it should be a nice trip for you.
Cool. I'm
Yeah.
so glad it's you.
Me too. Me too. So, okay, now do we just launch right into it? Are we being taped right now,
We
or
we
um,
launch right in, so go
okay, all
ahead.
right. Here we go then. All right. Here we are in the thick of the holiday season with celebrations galore. There are evening parties on weekdays as well as the weekends, plus daytime get-togethers. Just so many opportunities to spend time with friends and have fun. But while we're out having our fun, we need to think about safety. With me is Shelby Knox, a women's health educator and sex ed expert who grew up in Lubbock. You've probably heard of her documentaries, The Education of Shelby Knox, and recently, Shelby Knox Redux. Shelby lives in New York now, where she's a consultant on young women's issues and a freelance writer. She's with us today to share some tips that can help keep us from becoming unwanted statistics. So, Shelby, what kind of statistics are we talking about?
Well, I'm sure you've heard the statistics that have come out recently about increased rates of sexually transmitted infections amongst young people. That the United States still has one of the highest unintended pregnancy rates in the world. And this is sort of a strange factoid, but more babies are born in September than any other month, which would sort of indicate that there's a lot of unsafe sexual activity going on right about
Wow.
now.
Yeah, I guess so. My goodness. And, we have an issue with that here in Lubbock, too. We have a very high teen pregnancy rate as well as, you know, sexually transmitted disease issues. So what are some things that we can do to watch out for that?
So, I'm talking a lot about having a plan because sexuality is something that you have to plan for and something that you have to talk about. So, say you're going out on New Year's Eve. Um, you know, make your intentions known to your partner beforehand. If a kiss is all you want before midnight, make that known. They'll be more likely to respect your decision. But make sure it's a discussion that happens before you have any champagne or anything like that. I'm also, taking the plan a little bit further. You need to have a plan A. Go out, buy your condoms before it's the night that you're getting ready. That way you have them there, and make sure that you're taking your birth control pill consistently and correctly, and that you're using a condom to protect yourself. We know that safe sex is always what you want. That's always what we strive for, but it's not always the reality. So it's important to have a plan B too. There's a new product that young people should know about. It's called Plan B One Step, and it's an the only one pill emergency contraception that can be taken up to 72 hours after unprotected sex. It's something you can get at the pharmacy. I know in Lubbock everything is closed on the day after New Year's, so it's something you should get before. Just go a couple days before. If you're 17 years or older, you can ask your pharmacist and just have it in your medicine cabinet because, as you know, everything is closed except the 7-Eleven.
Right. Now, is this safe?
What?
Is this Plan B pill, is it safe? I mean, can
Yes.
anyone take it?
Any,
Do you need to check with your doctor beforehand?
Anyone can take Plan B. It's exactly like contraception, as its name implies. And if you're 17 years or older, it's been approved for over-the-counter use. So you can just go to your pharmacist and get it.
Okay. And how effective is it?
It's about as effective as regular contraception. It's just the order is reversed. You take it after you've had unprotected sex. I'm not a doctor. I don't know the exact statistics, but I know it's about the same efficacy as regular contraception.
Okay. Well, I know you talked a little bit about how people may end up with unintended consequences. And a lot of this happens, I think, when people get out and they're drinking, they're having fun. They may have thought about selecting someone to be the designated driver, but those who are not the driver will be, drinking a little bit, losing their inhibitions, and they may end up doing things that they don't normally do. And do you have some tips to help people think about that?
Absolutely. A couple of things around that. You know, if you're drinking and it's behavior that you wouldn't normally do, watch out for those camera phones. Everything is a camera now. And
Oh,
you
man.
don't want your wild night following you into 2010 and beyond. I heard a statistic the other day that 37% of employers would make a hiring decision based on things that they saw on Facebook. So they might choose not to hire you if they saw those pictures on Facebook. Same tip sort of around drinking. This is like every other night. The rules don't go out the window. Take your drink only from the bartender. Don't leave your drink alone while you go to dance. And if you start feeling too drunk or like you need to go home or like there could be something wrong, tell your friends and seek medical attention.
Okay. Now, with social networking, with Facebook and Twitter, you know, a lot of people broadcast what they're doing every minute to everyone who, you know, is in any way connected to them. Is there something we need to think about in that area to help keep us safe?
Absolutely. Just like you wouldn't go on the nightly news and give your address to everyone, it's really not a good idea to tweet every single one of your locations or post it as a Facebook status. It's a fun timeline for you, but it could read sort of like a roadmap to a stalker or just some creeper you didn't want to meet up with at that night.
Okay. Well, these are some great tips to think about. Those are really the only questions I had. Do you have other things that I didn't think to ask that you really want to make sure our young Lubbock teens know, and, you know, even people in their young 20s? These are certainly issues that would affect a wide range of ages.
Absolutely. Once again, have a plan. You know, if you're going to have sex, have it planned out to make sure that it's safe sex. Go get your Plan B one step before the New Year's holiday, and have fun. I never want young people to walk around thinking they have targets on their back or that something horrible is going to happen. It's all about being responsible beforehand so you can enjoy your evening.
Great. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate the time and the knowledge you're sharing with us.
Thank you so much, Shelley.